It's in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are here. We are live in the building. It is Friday. And we are back in the studio. Yesterday we took a little trip outside and we broadcasted live from the Braintree Golf Course for the Opportunity Golf Classic, and that was a really, really great time. I am joined by my peoples, Miss Tony B. Nowen, Rockstone Triz. How y'all doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
And today is our special partnership with the Dorchester Reporters, Seth, who is going to be talking to us about some really great things that are going on. Make sure that you guys go get your breakfast downstairs at 1191 Blue Hill Ave at Finn's Fusion. Shout out to the EMT people that were outside yesterday that just discovered Finn's Fusion, and we got a chance to tell them and Caribbean food
in general.
He was very excited about his Caribbean food. I was like, oh wow, that's a sheltered life you live there, mister. But he was very excited about oxtail and all kinds of stuff, and we told him about Finn's Fusion, so he said he's definitely going to be back, especially with their $6 meals. Hello. With that said, today is it's Friday. It's F-Word Friday, and we're going to have a good time. We will have a special call-in interview later with New Edition, so make sure you tell people to tell a friend to log in. We outside. Good morning. Let's do a quick catch up. What do I call it? Check-in. A quick check-in. We'll start with Seth. How you doing, Seth?
I'm good. The summer's over, but
I know.
Really I'm waking up earlier. Kids are going back to school.
Are your kids back in school yet?
Yeah, I only have one left. That's enough.
I cannot wait. Mine starts back next Tuesday, and I'm like, oh my God, why is it taking so long? But he's very excited for some reason. And I'm like, okay, let's keep this momentum alive.
No, it's that time of year, but it's okay. We move on.
In terms of like journalism and stuff like that, is the summer obviously a lot busier?
This used to be the summer was dead, there'd be some block parties, some fun, but now it's all day.
You're busy.
It just goes into overdrive, and then it gets even faster in September. It does slow down in December and January, and then everybody hibernates in February.
Yeah.
Takes a little breather.
Sauce, I hate to bust your bubble, honey, but your son does not start school until next Thursday.
Oh, well, there it is. There goes the bubble busting.
There it is.
I kept on trying to, I kept on saying the 4th.
Yeah,
but
it is the 4th, which is Thursday.
Which is crazy because I am absolutely lost.
Yeah.
Like this time of year, I am lost with dates and times. I thought at this point it would be September, since the last August was the last week in August, and it's not. We're still here in August. Like, let's get away from it.
I'm not rushing.
I am rushing.
August has 30 days or 31?
Like 50. August and January are the same exact length of time.
Yeah.
6 months. Mm-hmm. And I can't take it.
Yeah.
What about you, Rockstone? Well, Tony, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh my God, what a fun day yesterday we had out at the Braintree Municipal Golf Course for the Opportunity Golf Classic. That was happening as from Branch Resources. So shout out to Steven and his family, who are amazing, and who helped organize that. It was a golf clinic, putting and driving, and we broadcasted live from there. It was such a great time just to be in community, be amongst our people out on the golf course, closing deals on the green. We spoke to some really great people. Hopefully you guys will tune into our social medias to see the people that we spoke with, and we had a really good time out there. We were like the last people to leave.
Which was crazy because I thought we would have been out.
Yeah, we was sticking around. We was hanging out, and it was it was a good time. I heard so many people say that they were just introduced to golf yesterday. They liked it. They hope to return to it. There was a lot of women that we saw on the golf course, which was really good to see too. And they were out there having fun and enjoying themselves. And of course, my favorite part was just finding an outfit, getting dressed.
Yep.
Shout out to my sister, did a little mini photo shoot for me after we got back, and
fun time.
It was a great time. It was a beautiful day yesterday.
Oh my God. yesterday was
Deal.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. I didn't get a chance to attend the kids fashion show yesterday, and I'm really, really mad about that. You know, my girl does the fashion show there, and I was really impressed with the kids. So I'm really happy that we had the mini fashion show that we had here at Spark when they came the other day. And it was just all around. It was a really, really good day. Me and my son got through all of the homework that was due all week that he did not do.
You got homework
Last
already?
night. He started school last Thursday.
And they're already giving homework?
Oh yeah, every night in all 4 subjects.
Wow.
Yeah, get it, do it. Give him something to do.
Yep.
So we did that last night, and I said, "Don't you ever do this again? You do your homework every night."
Yeah.
All right. So
Well, it's still August.
Yeah. Can you believe that? I'm like, how long is this kid in school for? But no, leave him there. He can go year round for all I care. But so that was me. How about you, Tris? How you doing? Let me put the ball over to you.
It was good. Everything y'all said. Everything y'all said. The only thing I did not do was I wanted to attend Grace by Nia last night for the after party.
After par.
The after par.
For the after par. And I went and parred at my neighbor's house and partied in my bed.
I heard it was good last night. It was
Was
nice.
it?
There was a few people there. I don't think it was as many people, but there were a few people there. Steven busted up and song again, which was highly impressive. But I heard it was a nice time.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Shout out to Darnell Ferdinand. Yes.
Darryl.
Daryl, sorry. Pan on the Plaza is September 26th.
Yes.
September 26th on City Hall Plaza, 5 to 10. 5 to 10, September 26th. I'm going to post it on the Spark FM page as well. But make sure you guys are just following BSOCCAH, BSOCCAH, BSOCCAH for any updates and to the moment updates of everything that's going on. So yes, follow that.
Yeah.
And me too. I did get a chance to attend the kids fashion show yesterday after opportunity, and it was adorable. Seth and I were just talking about that. It was a really, like the children were all professional models, no matter where they came from. From the little boys to the little girls, like they went out there with energy, and I think they understood the assignment. Like, you got to go give it all your all. And I can only imagine the pep talk behind there, but they came out and they did their thing. What'd you think about it, Seth?
Well, I liked that it was at the Strand. I thought
Yeah.
that was really
Yeah.
nice. There's
Yeah.
more things happening at the Strand that are different and unique now. I really enjoyed this year's version. Last year was, I think, the first time they kind of did it, and it was good because there were a lot of kids who needed a boost in confidence, and coming out on the runway like that is that's scary, and that builds up your confidence if you're a kid. This time it was like, this was
They were like you said, they
very
were
professional. They came with their portfolio. They're on. They're 5 years old.
right? It was so
I'm
cute.
like, oh, I'll take your picture. They say, oh, we already got those.
Oh,
Yeah, and like I said, we learned that a couple of them at least are taking place and taking part in New York Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Like, these are real professional kid models.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. I love to see it.
Yeah,
Me
and
too.
they know how to do it too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they are.
They strutting their stuff. I was like, okay. My mouth was open most of the time, like, oh my God. And shout out to Miss Chic for putting that together. I knew that had to be a hard task. Shout out to the host, to everybody that had anything to do with the production of that show. I saw a lot of great parents and 4-star dance crew. They're amazing. So shout out to all of those, everybody that was involved with that. And now that we're back into New Edition weekend.
Yeah.
Tomorrow kicking off with the street naming ceremony at 10 o'clock. And then we are block partying up. Are you there tomorrow?
No, I have other things.
Oh,
to do.
there's so many things going on.
Personal stuff. Yeah.
I got you. If you need an extra cameraman, Seth, I got you.
All right. I will count on that.
With that said, let's get us started today. Let's get the show started officially. We could just start it right now.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. You're listening to Spark FM online.
Yes.
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
Yes, today is Friday, F-Word Friday. It is Friday, August the 29th. It's 9:42 a.m. and it is currently 68 degrees. We're going to reach a high of 73 today and we're going to drop down to 61, which is not so bad. There was some raining this morning and it's supposed to happen again around the 4 o'clock hour. So, wherever you are, just keep yourself aware of the weather so you won't get caught in the rain, and that's supposed to last for the rest of the night. And let's get into our Around the Way news.
Sure, let's get into it. As Sauce said, this weekend is a very, very full weekend for the culture. So it is Culture Weekend. If you need more information about that, go to the City of Boston website and you can find out about all the events that are going on. But there are several things all weekend long going on.
All weekend long.
All weekend. So let's get into the Around the Way news with our good friend Seth from the Dorchester Reporter. Seth, of course, comes with all the good tea in the morning. So here we go. The City Council at Large race is all the talk now. Early voting already started. Election is September 9th. And leading in money and buzz seems to be President Ruth D. Louijean and challenger Frank Baker, who we will be having in here soon. Let's get into that story. Tell us, what do you know? What's the inside scoop?
Yeah, well, we're talking about money, who raised money, and that's not votes, but people do look at it, and Frank has really come. I think no one really took it seriously when he said he was going to run again, but they're like, well,
because he took a break.
Where did he go?
He took a break, and he
Yeah.
was burnt out. I think that's why they didn't take it seriously.
Yeah, okay.
He was burnt out. He was working for other things, doing stuff behind the scenes, and then he says, "I'm getting back in it," and he put everything into the campaign. It's people are impressed. He was at our block party. One of only two. Ruth Z was there too.
Ruth Z is everywhere.
Yeah, and so that's the other side of the coin. She is everywhere. Yeah. And the two of them are really hitting the trail, and they're getting a good response everywhere they go. They get money. They get promises of votes. Those are the two exciting candidates right now. Although, I mean, there are others too. I can't discount the other field.
Besides them, who are
Julia Mejia. You have
Aaron Murphy.
Yeah, you've got some interesting challengers like Alexandra Valdez, who's new.
Yep. Will
Onyaha, and you have Matillier, who's new. So
I recently just saw them, and I was like, "Who is that?" And I couldn't have enough
Marvin
time.
Matillier.
Yeah.
From JP.
Oh. So it's actually an interesting field, and everybody's interesting. And if they were to win, they would do a good job, I think. But right now, the two creating the most buzz through the summer have been Ruth Z and Frank Baker, and Julia's everywhere too. I can't discount Julia. Aaron the same. So
it's going to be very interesting because I just from memories and visualizing the win, those are the four that I see out the actual most. I don't even really know who is. Will has been making his way through things too. I'm not. How many candidates is?
There's four seats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they'll whittle it down. I think they lose one person after the 9th of September.
Okay. One? Just one? Why?
And then we go.
Oh, because there's 4 seats, I guess.
Yeah.
So they
so
have
the way
to
they
keep
do it
a
is
big pool.
The rule is how many ever seats there are? 4, double plus 1. So if you've got,
okay.
you got
Really?
8, 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that information. Never knew that. So we have there's Julia Mejia, Ruth Z, Frank Baker, Aaron Murphy, Henry Santana, Marvin Matillier, Alexandra Valdez, Rachel Misselman, and Eves Mary Jean. Did I name 10 people? Oh, and Will. And Will is too. Wow. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot.
That's going to be an interesting race.
Yeah.
That's going to be very, very
Can I
interesting.
tell you that's how I feel about District 7 with all the people running? I'm like, they might have to have 2 seats.
Yeah, District 7 gets cut down. I think District 7 does get cut down to 4.
Okay.
After the primaries, and then we'll have to go from them. There's a lot of people on District 7 that should not even be in that race at all.
Okay.
Like at all. And I think that when we are doing these types of elections, it's not legal to do that, but we've got to get very serious about who we allow on the ballot. I don't think it should just be, there's some very whatever, but I just feel like it's way too many. It's 12 of them.
Yeah, I remember speaking
too many to keep up with. Yeah.
With our good friend the other day, and she was saying, like, if you, because this article was about money.
Yeah.
If you only have $250 in your campaign account, just drop out. What are you still like? What are you holding on to? Like, let's just go find some other endeavor. I think.
And I think that I like that you said that, and you kind of alluded it to it. Just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean that you'll win. But when you don't have any at all, and you are really just kind of just taking up space, I get it. Stand up for what you believe in, but you can be an advocate other places without holding a seat that you don't necessarily.
Energy can go in a lot of ways.
Exactly.
And then you say, meanwhile, every candidate running for at-large favors some sort of elected school committee, and that's a first. And this just as Mayor Wu announces the appointment of former Latin school headmaster Rachel Scarrett to the committee.
Yes.
I'm wondering why that is such a controversy. The elected versus appointed.
It's been coming for quite some time. And there was a ballot question. The people overwhelmingly voted to have an elected school committee. I mean, it was changed for good reason back, I believe, in the 90s. It could have been late 80s. And, now it's appointed by the mayor. And you don't even get a choice in who is chosen. There's a committee that does that. And, it's really out of the people's hands. I think parents in particular, you run into the wall of BPS and you're like, got nowhere to go. And you're like, I wish I had someone elected that I could turn to.
Yeah.
Now, it will be interesting to see if they do implement that, even if it's just half elected, half appointed.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the other side of the coin, because I used to cover like Revere, Everett, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Those are elected school committees.
Randolph, we have a friend
Randolph,
How does it seem to work better for the communities? Or
It's a
like,
double-edged sword, because you end up sometimes like you'll have someone who's in their 60s, has no connection to the schools for 30 years, but they just want to be part of the game. They want to get elected, and they're really not interested in schools.
Yeah.
On the other side of the coin, you have people who are parents who say, I'm going to run, and they get elected, and they're very accessible, and they do stuff.
Interesting.
That is on the Newton. She was elected on the Newton school board. We had interviewed her one time here. What is that campaigning like?
Just like any other office.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go, and it's more like at-large, because they'll be responsible for the whole city.
Yes.
Not just the district.
Okay.
And honestly, a lot of times the at-large counselors in those races piggyback with school committee people, and they form like a little pact. They work together. They may have fundraisers together, stuff like that. Okay. I would imagine you could see some of that if it happens. I'm interested. I mean,
I think that would be very interesting for Boston. It would probably be very, very competitive and get a little messy too. I think Boston's very large. For that. So crime stats were released this week and show that B3 is up 11% over the last year. B2 Roxbury Dorchester is up 3%. E18 Hyde Park Mattapan is up 2%, as is the Massacas District. Everywhere else in town is down significantly. And what's happening with the crime and only in the area of Boston? Is Boston still the safest city in the nation?
Hashtag.
Homicides are up over the last year, and there have been a lot of shootings and gunplay this month, culminating with the Dominican Festival on August 17th, where there were numerous shootings and where neighbors were outraged. So what is going on?
Yeah, I mean, the festivals are a different story. That's really not the stuff you might hear at 2 a.m. out the window.
Yeah.
Scooters, all that stuff, but all of it wrapped together, there's a cumulative effect. All of this is cumulative. It starts 30 years ago, and it builds up, and it happens one night, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't take it anymore. The letter we had a letter writer, someone from the Talbot area. And, this person has written to us before, especially the Dominican Festival, which is on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's a work day the next day.
Yeah.
And they really come out. It's not that they don't come out for the Caribbean Festival too, because they do that.
Well, the Caribbean Festival is cleared.
Yeah.
Cleared by 6 p.m.
It is.
The Dominicans went
at 6 a.m.
6 a.m. exactly, because I was like, what the hell? Yeah. So
no, it is, and I don't know, the Dominican Festival. I'm old enough to remember when it was kind of slow. The Puerto Rican Festival was 3 days of chaos.
Right.
And you're like, oh my gosh, the Puerto Rican Festival. They've calmed down.
Yeah.
They're very maybe they're older. I really don't know what happened.
I think the Puerto Rican Festival also went through a lot of
yes.
Organizational reconstruction, where they sat down for a long time, for a couple of years, before they actually came back. They had to do some recalibrating.
But they don't have the numbers that the Dominicans do.
they really don't. Yeah,
well, the Dominicans, I seem to, something I heard was that New York did not give them a license to have a festival there, so everybody came here. They booked international acts, and I guess it was the 50th year for them. I didn't know that.
Can I tell you that makes sense? Because I was like, who is left on the island? They are all in Boston.
You have a front row seat for that, don't you?
I do. So I was like, what is going on? So, so that makes a lot of sense.
And it was unfortunate. There was a lot of gunplay afterwards. This letter writer, it was one of those situations where two cars pulled up. They pulled out their speakers on either end of the street. 300 people show up. None of them live there, and there were people looking out at 3 a.m. like, what is going on? And what happened? And then there was a shooting.
See, I have the same issue like around my neighborhood too. Is that it's like a hot spot for people to hang out. Not as loud as here, but I guess in my brain, it's a more common question. What is the respectability, the respecting of other people? Is that just not a thing anymore? Like at 3:00 in the morning on a Sunday night, why aren't you at least in your own house? I understand wanting to celebrate and be outside with your people, but you're in somebody's backyard.
Yes, or front yard.
On their porch. And you don't live anywhere near there.
Well, that's the thing. Have you ever been on a Sunday night in the city in the summer? From Columbia Road to Seaver Street on Blue Hill Ave is a block party. I mean, they're on the stairs of Allen's formal wear. They're all on the neighbor's stairs. And it's just like, what? How do you do this?
It's been going on for a while. There are some people, there are some people who say, "Oh, you're just too old" or something like that. This has always been. I'm like, no. This has not always been like that.
No,
it's a recent thing.
No,
I'll tell you. I know that the police captain in the B2 district does not put up with it.
Yeah.
He tows.
Yeah.
I don't know why B3. I don't know what's going on with B3 is like, Blue Hill Ave, Mattapan, Manchester. I know they're overwhelmed. I mean, you've seen it. It's just startling when you come around the corner. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because the way that they communicate, it's like, okay, we got ran out of this place. Let's go meet at the other one.
Everybody go.
Everybody go.
I mean, talk about community. That's amazing.
It is. 10 different places they hop around to. They're very good at it.
Yeah. So then that led to the Caribbean Carnival, where there was one shooting in a crowd around 10:30 a.m. and a dozen guns or more were taken by the police during the festivities. Meanwhile, there have been non-festival shootings nearly every night for quite some time. Many in Savin Hill are up in arms about a scooter shooter. Wow, carjacking. Scooter shooter carjacking.
You hear about that one?
No, last weekend that left a man shot when he allegedly resisted. What is that?
So this was, and people over there are really upset. I got a lot of texts the next day, and I think this was on Friday night. It was Friday, and it was rush hour on Morrissey Boulevard. That's not a gun place.
Yeah.
And
because that's state police territory.
And water.
Yeah.
So he was just coming down Morrissey Boulevard. Apparently he had, there's lots of rumors who he was. I'm not going to spread those. But he had some stuff in the back of his truck. It wasn't secure, so he pulled onto the little street where you go into Savin Hill, Old Colony Terrace.
Yeah.
And he was adjusting his stuff. And I guess these 2 scooters, maybe 3, they'd been following him. They surrounded him. They pulled out a gun. They said, "Give us your truck." He said, "No, I'm not giving you my truck." They shot him in the stomach. Yeah, they did, and then they took off, and they are at large.
No, sir. Why? I didn't hear anything about that.
I know, and see, that's why the people in Savin Hill got upset, because they were like, "Why isn't anyone talking about this? It's been 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
we don't know what's going on." The rumor mill was rampant. There was all sorts of stuff going on. The reality, it was they finally did post some stuff, and they posted some pictures, and I really don't know. It's young men on scooters. I don't know how old they were. They looked very young to me. They looked like they could be in middle school.
Wow.
I mean, they always do. I don't know.
They always do. They always look like they're between the age of 14 and 17.
Yeah.
They're on these bikes with each other, and they have on these masks, and they're just riding around with no rhyme. No rhyme, reason, or direction. And I'm not sure what we can do about that. I know that they can't necessarily crack down on the scooters and the dirt bikes because they can't chase them. But I'm not sure. I just feel like this summer was an influx of those people on the scooters with the backpacks. and the mask.
And that
it
scooter's
didn't matter.
cheap like bullets because everybody's got one.
I think you could just, and I think most of them are stolen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we found that
Yeah.
most of them are stolen. So then this leads, of course, to this National Guard conversation. We've been hearing a lot about Mayor Wu pushing
threw
back
that in
against the
there,
administration for that. So how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of stuff from the other parts of the country. Washington D.C.
Yeah.
I personally I'm an off the grid person. I don't like the military, the police, or anything like that. When they're coming up on me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've been listening. Like people in Chicago were saying, "Hey, bring them in. I'm sick of it." Washington
Chirac.
D.C.
Yeah.
Washington D.C. The mayor there even said it's been successful. I don't like it, but So I don't know. I mean, that's a conversation that needs to be had really at the ground level, and let's find out what people think. Do they really want the military running around picking up trash with AK-47s? I don't know.
Seriously, right? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Let's do we got a quick phone call. Let's see who is on the lines. Nope, nobody is. Nobody's on the line. It was just what wasn't there. But keep going.
Yeah, so let's get into it. I'm going to skip around a little bit because we do have, Sheriff Tompkins is in the bind with federal charges leveled against him. He stepped away from his position this week while the case proceeds and he has a temporary replacement. This is a different course of action than was taken by former Councilor Tanya Fernandez Anderson earlier this summer, but one pushed by Governor Maura Healey. So I was very surprised because I thought that he was not going to back down at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's fairly common if you have a case against you that you remain where you're at and you do your job and it works its way. You have lawyers to handle the day-to-day. But I think that other people have stepped away. He actually clarified that he is on a medical leave.
Sheriff Tompkins?
He didn't step down.
He
stepped away on a medical leave.
He resigned.
Down to me. Caller, you're right. So, y'all stop calling this phone unless y'all are gonna talk to us.
Exactly.
All right.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Sheriff Tompkins he's on a medical leave.
Well, he definitely stepped down from his position and resigned, but because of medical reasons.
Resigned?
Yeah, he left.
Oh, I thought they said he was just stepping down.
Yeah,
they didn't say he resigned.
Temporarily. I mean, he has
okay.
Yeah, he didn't resign.
I thought
he was just stepping away while this was cleared up so that he could come down.
I thought stepped away meant quit.
No. The fact that he didn't, it could lead up to that, but this was the first step in the resignation. But he ain't gone on record and resigned yet, which I think that is.
Yeah, like step off.
Yeah.
A suggestion. I'm not
I
saying.
think that's what the Attorney General Andre Campbell, and the governor, I think, had a talk with him and said, maybe you should take some time away.
Yeah.
I mean, that's healthy. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back.
It's a lot going on.
He could be exonerated and come back and everything's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually he says it's time to step away completely. I don't know. But there is it has happened before. People step away. I mean, he's not the first public official to face a federal case, so. Not even this year.
Wow. Okay. So what's here? We took a trip to Dorchester Courthouse earlier this month just to absorb what's going on there with the lawyer strike, which is really crazy. We've been hearing about people getting released from there. Many people without resources, in fact, in Dorchester Court qualify for a free lawyer to defend them on charges. But the free lawyers are on strike, demanding more money, and a real solution still hasn't worked out. Many people are being let loose because they have the right to a lawyer, and none are available. As always, those closest to the pain are feeling the pain, and the issue is having a huge impact in Dorchester and Mattapan families and victims. So we've been hearing about that. We've heard about a few people who have been released on like domestic violence charges,
that's a lot of it.
and things like that. And are those considered lesser charges?
Well, it's always been something. Domestic violence is like, well, let's leave that in the family. We don't want to like blow up unless there's like a a murder or something like that, or if it's a prominent person. Domestic issues are sort of like let it stay in the house. But what's happening is those are most of the issues in the courthouses.
Yeah.
And it could be a spouse, it could be a sibling, it could be a mother, a father, it could be a lot of different things. And what ends up happening is they can hold them for a week.
Yeah.
And then they hope that somehow or another something will work out and a lawyer will come about. And if they don't, then they do have to release them. And this has happened. I've documented it numerous times where it's happened, and the person went right back to where they were arrested.
Right back to where they
Which I don't ever understand why you would go back. I thought that was a
we're
rule
dealing
book.
with people who aren't thinking about that.
Yeah.
They're just they need help beyond,
Yeah.
what we're talking about. So a lot of times that's the issue.
Caller, are you live? Check baby, 1 2 3 4. Can you hear me?
This is Brooke Payne. Are you guys ready for Mike?
Yes, we are. Hi, Brooke. How are you? Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Oh, it's okay. Can you tell me who he's going to be speaking with?
Yep, you're live on air right now. He's going to be on the Saucy and Friends morning show with Hot Sauce, Tony, and Tristan.
All right, hang on 1 second.
Yes, everybody, we are holding the line. We have Mike from New Edition on the phone, and they're just kind of doing some rigmarole. And rigmarole.
One and only.
But in the meantime, yes, it is New Edition Week, Culture Week here in the city of Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow they are kicking it off with their street naming ceremony. And then we have a big block party in Orchard Gardens right after that, starting at 11. It is free to the public. It is free to the community. It is free to Boston. We want you to come out and celebrate New Edition, the people who have legitimately put us right on inside and over the map, all over the map. And they are going to talk to us about all of the festivities that are going to go on right now. In a little while. In the meantime, back to what you guys were talking about just now.
So we were talking about sorry. all the goings on that's happening here in Boston, of course. Inside scoop with good Seth from the Dorchester Reporter. Dorchester Reporter. So we are into back to school, of course. This is back to school time. We were talking a little bit about that. Lots of stuff happening with the schools here in Boston. It's time to get the kids back to school, driving them there in the morning, packing lunches, getting them to bed. The free and easy summer life is over. If you're a parent or a caregiver, BPS starts next Thursday, but some schools have already started. Conservatory Lab Charter School in Dorchester premiered a brand new school on Tuesday this week with 225 kids in K-1 on Hancock Street. Really?
Yeah, it's nice.
Where is that?
Used to be a nursing home.
Okay.
Then they had it as a school, and so I'll say it's right there where there's that weird turn where you go back and forth and go
Hancock
from
Street.
boat into Hancock.
By the salt.
Yes, the salt.
Really?
I'm lost. You know I don't ever be driving.
You're coming down Bowdoin and then you're turning to Hancock. Like coming from Auntie Iris's house, go to Auntie Andina's house.
Yep.
So we're in there.
Okay, all right.
Right there. The renovation and new construction combo project cost $25 million and has completed in just 11 months. Wow. Yeah. Kids who helped plan it get to use it. On Tuesday, the smiles were a mile wide as kids poured into the school, which uses music to help kids learn all subjects. They have some bus and traffic issues to work out, as with all schools, and are still putting on some finishing touches outside. But by and large, it is a major success. The school opened a new grade 3 through 8 building on Columbia Road in 2022.
Guys,
so this.
Mike is on.
Hey! We is in that news, boy.
Boy, I tell you.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
How
morning.
are you?
Hey, I don't know. Am I by myself? Is it anybody else, or is it just me?
I think it might just be you right now. They might be putting in some more later, but you are all we need.
All right.
I know. This we have on the line with us right now Michael Bivens, of course, of New Edition. And as we all know, Michael Bivens is like the mayor of Boston, ain't he?
Yep. Sort
Oh, my
of.
goodness.
He's everywhere.
Everywhere.
So tell us about hot congratulations, flowers, fanfare. The crowd is going wild. This has have to be an amazing come together moment for the whole New Edition family. Tell us what you guys are feeling going into this weekend.
We feel overwhelmed. We feel a lot of joy. We feel accomplished. You know, we're like I've been saying, we're just happy we're all here, living to see it, to smell it.
Absolutely.
Our families are excited. The community is excited, and it's just something you just want to let the magic happen. You know, because you don't know what it's going to be, but you look forward to being something special.
Yeah.
Which part are you guys most excited for? You have the street naming ceremony kicking off tomorrow, Saturday.
Right.
You guys haven't. I feel like. Why do I feel like you guys have had streets, or there should have been streets named after you a long time ago?
Because whenever people refer to Boston, they be like New Editions Boston.
The whole thing, right?
New Editions Boston.
Because we always got to distinguish ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this should be our first landmark.
Yeah.
There isn't anything else. I mean, the Orchard Park Recreational Center is the home of NE, where the ceremony's taking place, the street naming right there on Dearborn.
Yes.
But there's really nothing too much, you know, there's not a mural up like when you're riding through the hood. You could see some, you know, beautiful black art, but there's not that much, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, this is our time, and we stood in line for 43 years, and we're ready. We're ready to step up and receive it. Exactly.
43 years.
To clarify, this is your first official landmark because everybody knows that Down OP is New Edition, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. Yep.
Cool.
I like that. Official.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we love that for you guys. It's well deserved, of course. One of our commenters just said each one of you needs your own street. And,
Oh, wow.
and it needs the whole thing needs to be
Woo.
New Edition Square is what we need to call it.
Ooh, I like it. Let's
Man,
push for it.
Speak it into existence. Speak it into existence. That'd be nice.
So what? Let us know
That would-
what else do you guys have going on right now too, besides this major thing that's going on. But what else is going on for New Edition? When are we going to see you home again?
Well, I think we just had a great time in Vegas at the Wynn Hotel. We had a beautiful run of a year and a half
Wow.
over there. We have some special stuff in 2026. I can't really say it right on this call, but it's special.
We need the exclusive.
I know. But I'm not in trouble doing the interview, but I'll get in trouble saying, so I got to stay in my lane.
Fine.
But it's coming. It's coming, and I think that's what makes it kind of dramatic for us, because we kind of do one thing at a time, and this right here is going to lead to something else, which leads to something else, and that's just kind of the way we do it. But we were happy to just be off to spend some time with our family for the summer, because we've been moving, and this was actually the first time we've been off this long, really kind of in our career.
Yeah.
We took off since February, so this has been a good 6-7 month run, and it's felt great. We get to refuel, and the first time of us getting back together all will be
For this
tomorrow
one.
from
Yeah.
when we were all together in February.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
How do you feel knowing that you guys were the catalyst and really kind of putting Boston on the map and exploding and seeing this all end up with a street naming ceremony? Like, people know you guys are legends, iconic in the game. I don't care where you go, somebody knows New Edition. What does that feel like coming from, Roxbury to being global, worldwide, known everywhere?
It was just an ill style.
Yeah.
It was a style meshed with the Jacksons, Temptations, and all of the stepping groups with the Jackson 5 sound, and that was an undeniable moment. I mean, if you really look at it, right, the way Candy Girl jumped off, it was explosive. Like, it took off like a rocket on WRBD right here on IOD. Boom, 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 boom. But the thing is, Thriller was jumping off. Billie Jean beat it, and Mike was controlling the charts. But Candy Girl was such a monster in that whole run of all of those singles off of the biggest album in the world. Candy Girl's the only song that jumped over one of Mike's songs to sit at number one.
Look at that.
That's a monster record. That's what it feels like coming from the Bury.
That's why I got the
The song is
T-shirt.
so powerful, you know?
Oh, I didn't even realize you're wearing a Candy Girl t-shirt today. I mean, but that's what it's done. Like, it's a whole to do. Like you guys were in the elements with Michael Jackson, and
Yes.
you know, like you guys that was your competition almost. So to be able to get a record that pushed through all of that, like you
Yes.
guys gotta feel
But
good
you-
about it.
And
I feel good.
as teenagers, they were doing that. That's amazing.
But you know what? Like if he was on the call and I try to be him and how he would say it, so I'm gonna switch from Mike and go to Ralph, right? Imagine if you had asked that to Ralph. You got to think, as a young 14-year-old kid, you go in the studio, you record a record with the great Maurice Starr, and it's a monster.
Yeah.
But your influence is Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
And within that time of sitting number one over the Michael Jackson song, you have to say to yourself, he was almost blessing Ralph. Because the reason that people loved the record is they would listen to Billy and Billie Jean, the older version, but here was creeping in this 15-year-old with the younger version sound. So that's what it feels like. It was like if I was Ralph, I would feel like the magic and the baton and the blessing was coming down from the king.
Absolutely.
That's
beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful, and it does speak to just who you guys are as people. And now as you've grown up from those times, we still see you guys giving back, reaching back, coming through, starting businesses, being philanthropists in the city. You guys never really lost your way. How do you kind of stay still connected even in your adult lives?
Well, there's a couple of ways you could look at giving back, right? Some people give back because someone is telling them they need to give back because it's not a part of who they are. But that comes from the heart. And there's a lot of people that are anonymous to giving back. That's why even when you do a charity donation, you can hit two circles. You can hit name or anonymous. And for me, and this is to me to y'all today, I've never called the Herald. I never called the Globe. I never called anybody in PR to come to an event in the city. Because I find that if you're going to do it, it should be between you and them. And the good thing about it is when you touch the people speak for you. So for years, staying low radar and just moving through the hood in the community was the most important part. If people knew about it, fine. If people didn't, fine. Long as the message was delivered. So how does it feel? Sometimes you just have to either be selfless and anonymous, but if you need that because it makes you feel good, then that's on you. I always stood on the other side, and the other guys in the group, we always look at it like our target is the audience, and that's where the message is going.
To speak to that, Mike, I want to say thank you because I was one of those the young people that were part of your Pee Wee League, the Bifton Pee Wee League back in maybe 94, 95. I have a memory like an elephant. Me and all my cousins were a part of it. I remember you had a group called Sweep.
Yeah, the girls Sweep.
I remember them singing. I remember all that, man. So I want to say thank you for that.
Core memories locked in.
Hey, you know what's so spooky about that speech? The No Books, No Ball program for the Pee Wee League.
Yes.
Tony's calling me as we speaking right now, but I can't click over.
Shout out to both Tonys.
I can't click over. I swear to God.
Tell Tony wait.
I know. Listen, I was about to say, he's spooking me out right now. He's calling me about last night.
Crazy.
I wish I could have screenshotted it so you could be like, oh, snap, Mike wasn't lying. It just bugged me out. So, thank you for that.
Also, your
contribution. Yeah, this is the universe.
You have my boys. You have Blue Hill Ave group that you contributed to as well.
Yes.
So
Darnell and them. Yes.
But Mike, of course, you being part of the iconic New Edition is something great, but you yourself have your hands in so many other music groups that have come up and been so successful. I mean, another Bad Creation and Boys to Men and 702 and all of these people. So flowers and props to you for what you've continued to do, not only for the community of Boston, but just for music on a whole. Thank you for that.
Yeah, well, those were all talented kids. Some talent was a little more voice and sung a little better than ABC, but ABC did what they did. They rapped, they danced. They was cute enough to hold a note.
They were entertainers.
Kids fell in love with them. Yes, exactly. They was cute enough to hold a note.
Yep.
And the good thing about it is And never forget this when you speak of them. We could all look at Atlanta, and they want the crown now as Black Hollywood, right? But if you speak to T.I., you speak to any of the MCs, Private 21 Savage, 21 Savage, and all of those. All of these rappers, I was just with Memphis Bleak a month ago, a Brooklyn kid, right?
Yeah.
When I talk to a lot of MCs, you know what they say to me in the airport of passing? Yo, Mike, the reason I'm spitting is because of ABC. And I said, wow, that's kind of bugged out, right?
Yeah.
But when Atlanta in the 90s, there was only one label called The Face, and they had an R&B duo group. ABC is the first brick to create the music evolution of the Atlantic music scene.
Look at that.
Do the math, do the history. There was no one. Then everyone came after them, but they don't put them up on the pedestal that they deserve. And it was the first young black kids on BET, and that was important to me because at that time the kids had no one to look up to. So kudos to ABC.
Yeah, thank you.
And kudos to you.
Yeah, kudos to you. So back to Boston. Boston is alive this weekend, and especially this new edition, Block Party and the Street Dedication is the main focal point, I think, for the weekend for a lot of people. What else do you guys have going on here this weekend? Is there anything else we can look forward to that new edition will be at?
Well, the Mr. Telephone man, Brooke Payne, he's listening. You might want to ask him a question. He acts like you don't want to answer nothing. He tracked me down in the store. Yo, go, come off mute, man. Come on, give me one
Don't
interview.
be
You
shy.
ain't calling me all minute. Come on, the girls, the guys, we want to hear you. Come off mute. All right, here we go. So listen, let me do it. I'm going to take it from my crew, and I'm going to bring it to you. They're asking the question, besides the things that we're doing, there's really a special event at 8 o'clock, a sneaker ball. This is a true three stripes Adidas sneaker wearing guy. He don't got nothing else in his closet but blue boxes. Can you please explain to the people how special the 8 o'clock sneaker ball is when they come in and see you in your fly fresh that you haven't told nobody about Adidas? Please explain to the people.
Well, I'm explaining like this, Mike. Mike does this very well, what he just did. Mike
Throws you into the fold.
wanted to do something tonight that is the new edition sneaker ball, honoring Brooke Payne, but Mike knows I don't really like doing this kind of stuff, and that's why he's slapping this on right now, and he's going to get slapped in the side of his head when I see him later.
Mike, you gotta take that.
Yeah, you see I'm not saying nothing, I'm listening. Go ahead, finish, bro.
Yeah, no, but really it's, to ending of the day. And, of course, it's a private situation there. We are letting you. We got a bunch of Any for Lifers from across the country, and a young lady flew in from Japan.
Wow.
They come for New Edition. So it's going to be great. We got the family there. We got the mayor there. We have just everything, just to have a great night. And the other little piece that he's trying to do doesn't really mean anything. It's all about these guys and them feeling love and us coming back.
That's awesome.
Right.
Well, that sounds like it's going to be a
Their
time.
support deserves the love too, because they wouldn't be able to keep on going if they didn't have such a great support team that was always looking forward to them, making sure that they were good, making sure that they got to their interviews on time, all the things. So you thank you for the support that you have given to them and for everything that you have done. So what's the matter, Bishop? We got one of our interns here. He just had a quick question before we let you go.
I was there with yesterday. Mike had an award show called the Boston Neighborhood Heroes Award Show. And I just want to give Mike a personal shout out because he really said something and did something that my generation needs to carry. Showing love to the OGs.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a youngin', it was crazy to see my OGs call other people OGs. It's just like, yo. So the fact that they were even giving Mike props for coming back and showing love regardless of before then, prior to then, as Mike said, he's been in the streets. He's been out here still showing love, and people said that yesterday. So I just want to give, Mr. Bivens his flowers and, reminding me on what community really is about and how it is. And, you feel me? It takes a community to raise kings and queens. So I appreciate you, and I love your legacy, and thank you for impacting me and many others.
And this is coming from a youngin'. Yeah. So I appreciate that. I hope you guys know that even now you are still being impactful, and you are still making core memories and helping the youth of the next generation continue to shine. So thank you so much for your time and everything. We'll definitely see you tomorrow. We'll be there. And we'll try to get some video and stuff of you guys at the media time. But we appreciate you so much and for taking this call. And we can't wait to celebrate with you this weekend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And listen, those words that Brooke said, he doesn't really do interviews, so save that audio. That's going to be special 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. He doesn't do interviews, so make sure ain't no feedback going on the recording. Make sure that's clean. And I would say this on behalf of Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Ralph, and Johnny, even though they weren't a part. When I speak for all of us. And just the energy of this interview is beautiful. It's giving us a feeling of what we're walking into. In the kind words of, my man, what you said, as you could see being in that room, it was a real room with some real people. But when you could see some real people walk down the red carpet with a cane, you know it's been too long for them to get their shine. So thank you for joining us last night.
Thank you. And you guys have a beautiful day. Congratulations, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Say less. Play a New Edition record when we hang up. We love you.
It's already playing. Spark FM Online. Spark FM Online.
We love you too.
Peace. All right.
I'm saying later, Biz.
Later, baby.
Awesome. So I wanted to make sure he remembered Spark FM Online. When we see us tomorrow, we is in the building with a New Edition for the street naming ceremony and for the big block party coming up at 11 o'clock tomorrow. So make sure you guys are there early. Early.
Yeah, get your spot.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with Seth, we're kidnapping you today, and then we'll get back into the rest of the news stories. Keep it locked right here, Spark FM Online.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
You are now listening to Spark FM.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Hi, it's Mayor Michelle Wu. Together, we're working to make Boston a home for everyone. Boston has become the safest major city in America. We built more affordable housing and helped more families become first-time homeowners than ever before. We've invested in our schools, expanding paid youth summer jobs, early college and career, and boosting free universal pre-K, early education, and childcare. I'm asking for your vote on September 9th.
Vote to re-elect Mayor Wu on Tuesday, September 9th. Paid for by the Wu Committee. MichelleForBoston.com.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously. The best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Looking for a meaningful way to engage with your community and make a difference? Volunteer with the Massachusetts Senior Medicare Patrol Program and help prevent Medicare fraud. Visit masmp.org. This project is supported by a grant from the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
Each and every Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. inside the Avenue, where you bring the drinks and we bring the vibe. My name is Gary Banton alongside my co-host Big Trini right here in SparkFMOnline.com, the number one place for soca, hip-hop, R&B, and more. Each and every Saturdays from 6 to 9 p.m. It's the Avenue.
Spark FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at SparkFMOnline.com. Turn us up. Spark FM.
And we are back. We are back. We just got off the phone with Michael Bivens from New Edition. Tomorrow we are outside for the street naming ceremony and the big bad block party for New Edition. We're going to be out there candy girling and I don't know any of the dances, but I'm going to learn them all by tomorrow. You have to learn them too because we're going to do them all the time.
I know this one.
Okay.
Which one?
Which one is that?
If it isn't love.
Okay.
Why do I
Okay. Can you teach it to me so that I can do it with you tomorrow on the court?
And don't forget, today's a sneaker ball.
It's a sneaker ball.
Yeah.
Sneaker ball. We'll find out more information and let you guys know about that later. I ain't got no more sneakers. But back into our Around the Way news, because on top of everything else that's going on this weekend, we still got a lot of business to do and a lot of things going on here in Boston. Boston. I just read Boston Carnival. And in Boston. Yes. Where we at, Tony?
We are at Carnival. We are at B Soca Kitties Carnival. Was
the bomb.
The bomb. Yeah. So says
So
Caribbean Kitties Carnival by B Soca was a massive hit. If you are on Talbot Ave, August 16th in the morning, you know what the kids had their day. The event was a great way to pass on the culture of Carnival, provide a safe space for families to celebrate their young people, and to get Carnival started with vibrance and glitz. P.S. Seth's own niece was in it playing with Branches Steelman and had a blast. The newspaper covered it and it grabbed a photo of a little baby doll named Diora Knight.
God.
Oh my gosh,
Seth,
what
when
a
you
beauty.
saw her, did you know that she was going to go viral?
You know, it's funny. You take a lot of pictures of babies. And I knew that was a good picture, but it wasn't my favorite of the day.
Really? She looked, people thought she was AI.
Yeah, everybody thought she was AI.
Yeah.
Yes, I was accused of AI.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's AI?
Yeah.
Tell me.
And she blew up on the internet and got thousands of hits. It was so adorable. The paper was even accused of it being fake, as you said, AI picture. No way, 100% real. She's got to be a future queen. Yeah. She is gorgeous. And that picture with her costume, like that.
My favorite part is her little hand holding the. You can't really see it as clearly, but she's holding her little.
You need one of those photographers.
One of her little, her tiara, her baton.
Wand.
Yeah.
She's got her hand.
I didn't even realize that. Oh my God.
This is one of those pictures that needs to get one of those picture awards. You know, this is fantastic.
It's funny. Everybody like it came into the office and I put it, we put them on our server. And I just hear people go, "Oh wow!"
Yeah.
Which one? Like, the baby.
Amazing. But did you have a good time at the carnival?
I did. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It's awesome.
On Talbot Ave was perfect.
Yeah.
Everything went off perfectly. It was right on time. I thought it was great, and the parents get to celebrate their kids. The kids really feel special. They're marching down the street. They're not just in White Stadium.
Yeah.
On the track. It's really a good time.
And big shout out to B Soca for putting that on. This was their third year, and I think that it gets better and better each year. And it's just amazing what like a little bit of coming together and working together in collaboration does, and how fantastic it should be. and on a larger scale, if you know that opportunity were to come about. But it's definitely an amazing time. And I'm not being biased because I'm close to it. I'm really serious. Like, this is just it's such an awesome thing.
There is no biasism here. I don't believe that people can at this point be biased to one thing or another. We have shown that people can make masks, people can put on masks, and that the costumes can be worn, and that people will buy them and purchase them, and they'll buy them a lot and for their friends and their families and stuff like that. And if the Kiddies Carnival can be fixed and reimagined and in 3 years build back up to what it should be, then I want people to really kind of just think about, you know, what we deserve as an adult carnival and as a cultural display of what West Indians and Caribbeans are all about. It can't be an excuse over, you know, COVID or the tariffs or things like that. We got to be very serious and get real. Yeah. Let's get real. We deserve so much better, and I'm glad that at least Kiddies Carnival is allowing us to see culture and tradition carry on.
Yeah, very good. In Common Square, the Common Square Neighborhood Development Court has proposed a tear down of their headquarters at the corner of Washington Street and Southern Ave and building a 5-story, 41-unit building that would serve as an affordable housing hub. Their new offices and 2 storefronts. An earlier version of this was talked about building on top of an existing building, but that wasn't possible. With the new plan, they've lost several underground parking spots, which they say is partly because they had to add 46 bike parking spots and showers for bikers in the basement.
I knew you'd like that.
Wait, what?
A requirement
Read it
for
the whole
offices
thing
since
again.
2021.
What?
They took away parking spaces for cars because they had to make 46 bike parking spots and make showers for the bikers. Now, that's very interesting. My job, I work for Mass General Brigham. And my job when we built the new building in Somerville, that was something that they did. And I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
But they had to build bike parking spaces and showers for the bikers.
Yeah, and it's
I
mean,
see
if,
why.
Yeah.
Showers would be needed. Yeah.
Because if you're biking from Boston to Somerville, I don't know how you do that.
No.
But I don't want you coming to sit next to me.
I think they're probably going to do that more to Somerville than they are going to do it. To
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It was a surprise. I mean, 11 parking spaces was in the previous plan, and they were very proud of that. They were adamant. They had some other places within walking distance that they could put some more cars.
Washington and Southern Ave.
Right in Codman Square.
Right in
So
Codman
it's like
Square,
next to the Walgreens that just closed.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, yes.
Or
Okay.
Closed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's you know, parking is a premium there. It's tough to park. It always has been, but where isn't it?
Yeah.
At the same time, this was a surprise to me. Apparently, this has been on the books since 2021, but I'd never really heard of having to put a shower in it. That was a requirement.
Yeah.
And apparently it was. I don't know. I don't know if they'll get used.
Yeah.
It's because it's an office.
Yeah.
So if they're just building housing, that's not a requirement because everybody's got their own shower. But when you start putting an office in there, you have to provide a shower. Surprising to me. I know that I don't know how the neighbors are going to react, but
Yeah. Is that Citizens Bank?
no,
No.
that's a block down. So right now there is.
So this
just
is right
one
above
story.
Walgreens. This is
Next to it. Yeah,
Well,
Walgreens is that brick on the right side.
On Codman Square?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so right there to the left used to be the shoe store and Jordy's, which
So-
closed.
Right.
by the
So
way.
at the opposite corner is McDonald's.
Jordy's
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah, at the end.
Yeah, Jordy's closed.
Jordy's is gone?
I think it's gone. I saw a thing
Oh,
it's going
wow.
out of business
I could've
about
got
a
a
month ago.
So then, you know, like leading into this, you alluded to the Walgreens closing. What is going on with all the Walgreens
What the hell is
closing?
going on with the Walgreens?
There's a lot of different stories on that. I mean, they lose a lot of products, and it's why all the deodorant and toothpaste is locked
It's
up.
so interesting that those are the things that are being stolen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
people, even in their unhoused state, still. Well, I don't
Which
know
is
if they're
also
using them or if they're
resale
selling them.
value.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's,
Yeah.
you know, when we think about people who are going to make baskets for the homeless or whatever,
Yeah.
they're going to hand them out, don't they usually put personal items like that?
Yeah.
What would you steal them for?
Toothpaste.
Yeah.
So resell to sell them.
Yeah.
Sell them.
Yeah, to sell them.
Unfortunately.
So this is another Walgreens closing in the city of Boston.
Right. This is what what, the third? There was the one on Warren. And Gallivan closed.
Yeah.
This one.
When Gallivan closed, I was like, what is that? What's happening?
Why are we doing this?
Now it's a Halloween store, the Halloween stores.
The Halloween store will pop in any vacant space, won't it?
Anytime. It could be.
It is already open.
It was.
It's August.
Halloween does not play.
Yeah, no, I feel bad about that because, like, are there I don't know if you know, but are there any plans to bring in another pharmacy franchise or something that will take over for the pharmacy desert that we basically now
CVS
live
is
in?
up the street, but also I think people, if they're looking for something like the Walgreens, like the health centers, Codman Square Health Center, Harvard Street Health Center, they do have pharmacies, and you can use them just like the Walgreens. You can tell your doctor I want that, and that helps. That helps the local economy, and that helps them. So they can switch to there. But I can tell you that most insurances now are saying get it delivered to your house.
Really?
Yeah, they're making you do express.
So is
scripts.
there like apps and stuff that you can just go and reorder?
It's a thing called Express Scripts. It's a nationwide company. It's cheaper for these insurance companies, and it comes to your door.
Yeah.
Is that what the where was that the push?
I think that's part of it. Yeah, and then also a lot of people. I would never do this, but a lot of people get toothpaste delivered from Amazon.
Yeah. I was gonna say because Amazon also has a pharmacy now too that you can get your medications delivered.
So the days of
fill prescriptions and deliver.
The days of a Walgreens, maybe it's over. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it to me, but for other people probably.
I think people don't want us to leave our houses.
But there could be some interesting stuff happen at that Walgreens. Codman Square needs a restaurant, and there's some restaurants that need some space. So.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of empty spaces in Codman Square, though. The Citizens Bank is empty.
For
the Popeyes that opened for one day is empty.
But this is that Popeye's been empty for quite
at least 10
some
years.
time.
Yes.
Which is something.
Subway too,
so when people,
there was a Subway there.
There's the space grant. When the space grant came out, everybody, I know still a lot of people that receive space grant money that still can't find a space.
Okay.
With these locations, like in Codman Square, because that's where we're at. Do we know what the problem is? Why
Landlords.
people can't? And that we're not talking enough about the landlords, and that is something that the city is
that's
failing
a problem
on.
in Matavan Square,
Yes.
Upham's Corner, Fields Corner, Codman Square.
Right here.
Right.
We did hear about a new dispensary that's going to come and try to take over Low Key space. Did you know about that?
They've already done that.
They've done it. Okay.
It's gone.
And I think that Gourmet Creole is supposed to be opening a restaurant.
Yes, they will be opening
Codman
a
Square.
restaurant.
Yes.
They are. Right there, just past Codman Square.
Okay.
But still in it.
Yeah.
Next to the health center.
So there are things coming sometimes.
Yeah.
My other thing about the businesses opening is how long are they going to be open? Because that's something else that we're seeing a lot of is a lot of business closing.
Yeah.
And that can often be, signs of just internal problems too, like whether it be the city, landlords, property, whatever it is. But that's something that
a lot of businesses people don't realize when you sign a commercial lease, you pay it's triple net. So you're paying the taxes.
Sauce has been educating the audience about that.
Oh, yes. Good for you, 'cause a lot of people don't know that. And if you did that before the pandemic, and you did this whole build out, and you owe a lot of money for it, and you owe all those taxes, and commercial taxes are not just skyscrapers; they are right here.
No, it is true. Like we were talking about that with Will and the other day.
Anyoha.
Anyoha.
That's how I say it.
Yeah, me too. That's how I'm gonna say it.
He told us how to say it, but I don't know what he said.
We were talking about that too with
aloha, Anoha.
With how the people, like how I guess when it comes to rent capping or things like that, how he was looking out for the mom and pop landlords who had one. And passing on triple net to all of their small businesses and expecting them to pay rent and continue to run their business.
Right.
So I think that's a really big reason as to why a lot of businesses shut down.
Yeah. Commercial rents are way too high right
now. Child, I'm telling you the truth.
Life has not caught up to these landlords.
It has not. It absolutely not. Because they're just making money. Like they're just off in Martha's Vineyard having a good time and collecting a check, and other people are, dying on the streets, but whatever. Anyhow, keep going.
Wow. On a lighter note, basketball is the king of sports in Boston, and nowhere was there any more excitement around the game than the Crew Love basketball tournament at Harambe Park in Franklin Field on August 8th through 10th. The annual tournament showcased several neighborhood rivalry games, Dorchester versus Roxbury being the centerpiece on August 9th. It even brought out Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla to take in the action among those who neighborhood folks. Unfortunately, Roxbury won. Roxbury won.
Big time, man.
But the game was close. The vibe of the tournament, the women's all-star game, and the vendors is tremendous, and a great community event that remains safe in Franklin Field, where things happen far too often. 2 nights ago, Harambe Park, I looked out the window and I said, what the hell is happening? It's Armageddon, because every police vehicle in the city was at the park.
Happening?
According to Stockos, there were several fights among teenagers out in the park. There were about 50 teenagers out there, and there were several fights. And we looked, when the police came, when we looked out the window, all of a sudden it was like this exodus of children fleeing the park. So let's get into the
Where
basketball.
is the parents?
This is
They're fighting too.
They were on the other side of the park fighting.
That's true.
But this is what I don't like. We go back to the respectability and of things that used to be. There used to be an aura of respect at some point for just, outdoor spaces and being together and having your parents, knowing where your parents are. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Right.
We need to bring those commercials and stuff back, because we are doing the most.
We've lost the concept of community parenting, which used to be huge back in the days. And I always remember that when we were in TAGVs, they talked to us about fear versus respect.
Yeah.
And back in the day, there used to be respect, and right now there's just fear.
Yeah.
So nobody will say anything, and they'll just let these things happen because people are afraid of these children. Back in the day, somebody's child is cutting up. You whipped out your belt. You cut them up. You know what I mean? Like, all right, and then I'm gonna tell your mother, and you're gonna get it again.
Before they're on a scooter, they'll shoot you.
Exactly.
And steal your car. Like, what is happening?
But let's not come too far away from, Crew Love basketball tournament. It was an amazing event. It happened. It was over the whole weekend. It was, for the most part, very uneventful. I think they did find one man with a huge gun, and they got him out of there quickly.
Rather huge.
Like,
where are you going with that?
I was there when that happened. I didn't even know.
Yeah. He had an AK. So, like, what? Are you protecting us? What are you, National Guard? But it was a very, very good event. A lot of people came out for it on all 3 days. It was very, it looked good. It was good. Like you said, Joe Mazzola was there. I think that was huge for the kids to see that. And it was just, very, very good. Shout out to Crew Love for what you do each year for the city.
A group of friends from the high school.
Yeah.
And that thing has grown.
It is, yeah.
Oh
It's
my God. I remember
humongous.
when it was very little.
Yeah.
And now it is like a community signature event where nothing should go on that day except for Crew Love and Spark the Block.
Right, and Spark the Block was that day as well. What else? There's another basketball thing going on this weekend. What is that?
That one is.
Isn't there basketball?
There seems to be one. I mean, there's one almost every weekend. There's always,
I think there's a big basketball
always a big
something
tournament.
this weekend.
And there are others. I picked that one out because I just like just how it formed, and it's the only one that really has that signature neighborhood game.
Yeah.
They also play Hyde Park Mattapan.
Yeah.
And the women's all-star game. And one of the best things is when you go there, you realize how much talent has come out of this neighborhood.
Yeah.
I met this woman named Styx, and I had never even heard of her, but she went to New Mission. She plays professionally in Europe.
Oh, wow.
And I asked her, I said, why didn't you play? She goes, I'm not getting hurt and ruin my contract. And I said, what contract?
She's smart.
I'm a pro.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because they play tough and hard there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get burnt.
That's the kind of street ball I play.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I play
Always a good time there.
I do a little bit of everything.
She
Jack
does
of
it all.
all trades.
She does the things.
Yes.
she does things.
I does the things.
This is a great story. A Cape Verdean family from Dorchester has published a new edition of the first Creole dictionary with a push to make their Creole verbal language into the official language of Cabo Verde. Is it not? What is the official language?
Portuguese.
Oh,
yes, Portuguese.
The official language is still Portuguese on the island, and many in the diaspora here still hold tight to Portuguese. It is controversial, but a huge undertaking, decades in the making, and one that took from the successes of instituting Haitian Creole in the 1980s over French. Oh wow!
Yeah, that's how they started. There's a guy. His last name is Gonçalves. Manuel Daluz Gonçalves. And he was a guidance counselor at Madison Park.
Okay.
So there you go.
That's so people.
Technical vocational.
MP.
There you have it. And he, they had a wave of Cape Verdean kids coming in at the time.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be teaching bilingual, and he's like, we have no materials.
Wow.
So they took a lot of. He went to Indiana University, has a really big program for Haitian Creole. He went there, he learned it, then he went to the island. This was during Duvalier, so it was a different time. And he learned to speak it, he learned all about it, and he's like, if the Haitians can do it, why can't we do it?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's controversial. I've spoken with some of the government people when they come here about it, and they just laugh and they say, well, we have 20 different versions, which one's going to be the one?
Yeah.
And, he feels like he's solved that problem, and it's a lifelong pursuit, and he and his niece Jofa Tavares, who wrote children's books in Creole too.
Wow!
So they both worked on it. It's impressive. There's like 40,000 words. I mean, he's been doing this.
Wow! So is Haitian Creole very similar to? Is it Cape Verdean Creole?
It is in the fact that it's derived from like a European language.
Okay.
So it's Portuguese, but with their own words. And if you know Haitian Creole, they have some weird. English words in there. They've got German, Polish. I don't even know what else is in there. And I think that's the case for almost all like the patois languages that they have. I mean, everywhere it's.
You speak a little bit of Creole.
I do. I used to speak a lot more when my mother-in-law was alive.
Yeah,
because I had to tell her, get out of the bathroom. Como ella?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, this is our resident Haitian in here. He always got his flag on him. Shout out to Bishop. I gotta forget to stop calling Bishop an intern. He is staff.
Finally.
Hey, you heard it on air when he said it. You heard it. Yeah, I got promoted.
Oh my gosh. And then finally, visit local farmers markets if you can before the end of the summer. And if you have your Sumbucks EBT from the kids, you can use it there.
Mine.
Yep. If you're broke, you can still go to places like Mattapan's Clark Fowler Epstein Farm on Norfolk Street and take in a concert or performance amongst the trees and the tomatoes. You know what? I'm gonna do that. The little farm right there on Norfolk Street. Yeah. Okay. The farm has some of the best prices on eggs in the area, by the way.
Oh, eggs.
Yes. A new program also allows SNAP residents to get more bang for their bucks at the markets. Other great markets include Ashmont and Codman Square. Late summer and fall are peak times for the farmers and the entertainers. And Mattapan Square has a really big farmers market as well,
I
right?
believe that's like
they got,
every Saturday.
Every Saturday,
yeah.
They got Allensdale farm over there in the back of
in the back of
by Forest Hills. In the back
Do the Dudley Street, the Dudley Street one, do they still have theirs? Every now and then I'll see it, but I don't know what their schedule is. Yeah.
No. Oh, the one on the corner. Dudley and Blue Hill on the corner.
That one. Yeah. I
remember we used to get the honey sticks. That was so nice.
I want a honey stick. That gives you stamina.
Oh, not that kind of honey.
No.
Anyway. But yes, if you have your SNAP cards, and especially for parents, we got those Sunbucks over the summer for the kids. It was $120 to feed kids for a whole summer, which is wild, but I appreciate it.
Better ration.
And I did. I rationed. So you take that and you can get I think extra fruits and vegetables. It's kind of, I don't know if it's double, but you get extra fruits and vegetables and extra things from the farmers market when you use your Sunbucks. So that is amazing and awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steph, it is always great having you come in with your great t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Max Hedrick?
DB Cooper.
Oh, okay, same thing.
That's the guy. He went missing.
He jumped out of an airplane after robbing it.
And did they ever find him?
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
Yes, that's the guy.
Never found him.
That's the guy.
Right?
So he's still out there.
Yeah.
He jumped out. He lived. He stole a bunch of money, and he's a legend.
Yeah. Legend.
Is he the cocaine bear?
They did talk about him in the Cocaine
He might
Bear.
be the guy.
Because I thought of that.
Have you seen Cocaine Bear?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch Cocaine Bear.
That's what. Yeah.
Seth, you have to watch it, but you also don't have to watch it because it
okay.
is one of those things that you'll be like, what did these people tell me to watch?
It is the stupidest thing that you can ever watch, but it's kind of it's kind of genius.
It's absolutely
and
great.
You can't stop watching.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's a train wreck.
Yeah. Seth, it is always a pleasure having you in here. I always look forward to you coming in on the last Friday of the month. And, can't wait to see you next month because you always come, like I said, with the tea. You guys got a little extra.
And I mean, we're right up against time. And I'm going to tell you guys about all the things that are going up. We probably won't get into, anything good happening?
Yeah, Trump
everything's
canceled
terrible.
Kamala Harris' Secret Service detail.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he didn't do that on the first day that he went in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm surprised he also didn't dox her and tell everybody where she lives and where she thinks.
Not yet. Remember the guy in Washington, D.C. that threw the sandwich at the National Guard?
Yes.
Yeah, so they've lessened his charges, so he's not going to get charged.
All he did
as
was
much.
throw a sandwich.
And
Let
run.
that man go.
He threw that ran. And what else? Karrueche Tran has admitted that she's dating Deion Sanders, and I guess when you got a bag, it don't matter if you got a bag.
Let me tell you, to this, I would date Deion Sanders right now too.
He needs to change his poop bag.
Whatever, boo. I don't have to do it. His nurse and
I
his
don't want
rich,
no Karrueche.
his rich nurse comes and changes it, and then me and him cuddle.
When you got a bag, it don't matter if you got a bag.
Deion Sanders, he has a
Karrueche.
colostomy.
Karrueche been
Yeah,
passing that Karrueche around everywhere.
Yeah.
She's had like 3 boyfriends, Tristan.
Yeah.
Women are allowed to
More than that,
pass
she
it.
been passing that Karrueche.
Oh, please.
Passing
Tristan.
that Karrueche.
You know, Tristan is one of those old West Indian men that think if you ever had a boyfriend before, then whatever. Cardi B is in court.
And she's hilarious.
What does Cardi B take seriously?
She's hilarious. Cardi B goes down in history another time for just being the best entertainer.
Yeah,
Period. She's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yep.
Nick
Look at that.
Cannon
Karrueche
claims
was
he.
a Ray J, Rob Kardashian, Quavo, Chris Brown.
Tristan, that's 5 people. She's a grown ass woman. What do you think a grown person?
Tristan, you've only had 2 girlfriends?
No, I'm talking about big, all those notable names. I got
Who was she supposed to date?
Leroy?
It's about the time frame.
Yeah.
Time frame is crazy.
Oh. It was, well,
I don't know. I don't know what I'm
Anyhow,
saying.
we're
I'm
gonna
just
get
talking.
on the
Lori Harvey, whatever.
Nick Cannon claims he was comfortable in supporting Mariah Carey despite struggling with his masculinity.
Is that why he went out and had all these kids? Because he was struggling with his masculinity? Maybe he needs to calm his masculinity down, put it away,
Hello.
tuck it or something, because he's doing too
Tuck
much.
his masculinity. I know. Tristan, why you say nothing about Nick Cannon?
What's he
Exactly.
struggling with?
He's got 11 kids under the age of 11.
What's he struggling with?
He's struggling with being nasty and being a
a
whore.
man.
And Karrueche Tran seemingly
Yeah.
oh yes. so.
Rampage Jackson's son Raja. Did you guys hear about this? How he beat
Yo,
up some guy really bad.
Yes, I did.
Psycho
Yes, I
Stu.
did.
Psycho Stu is a real wrestler.
Yeah.
Went up to Rampage Jackson and thought making a joke oh, let's fight whatever. Rampage Jackson kind of let it go and
No,
then
no,
somebody
no.
what
His
happened?
son,
Tell us.
his son.
Rampage
His son.
Jackson's son.
Yes.
Raja. So Raja let it go, but then they went into somewhere and somebody was like, Raja, do it. And Raja, I guess, is an MMA.
Oh.
And Raja went ham on the guy and broke his head off.
He almost killed him on stage.
Yeah.
This is it right here?
I heard that the video is quite graphic.
It is graphic. As a mixed martial artist myself, when I saw it, I'm like,
Yeah, because they said that he was just kept punching him in the head, right?
While he was passed out.
Yeah.
While the man was passed out.
Hit the ground. Yeah.
And he punched him 25 times.
You saw a fight like that on Juve. I was like, don't hit him in the head no more. Oh my God.
That's
what is
what
going on?
yeah.
Don't hit him in the head no more.
It was crazy. I think she was trying to go and break it. I was get your ass.
She had to grab because I was like, oh my God, he's going to kill him. And then the boy stood up. He fell back. I said, he's going, Jesus. Go ahead.
Jackson.
Yeah.
And we're about to show you video of what happened, but a warning for you. It could be tough for you to watch. Well, this happened last night at the Knox X Pro Wrestling Academy off of
This is him coming
Lincolnshire.
into the ring now.
You see Raja Jackson jump into the ring, slam Psycho Stu to the ground and then punch him almost 24 times in the face.
Yeah.
We're freezing the video right here because he loses consciousness and is bleeding. But the reaction online has been swift. The Academy that hosted the event posted to social media saying this was supposed to be part of a planned wrestling spot that turned into a, quote, selfish and irresponsible act of violence. Rampage Jackson also posted about his son's actions, calling it a case of bad judgment and a work that went wrong. The LAPD said it has not made any arrests, but detectives are looking into what happened.
Ain't wrestling supposed to be fake? Ain't you not supposed to punch people for real?
Exactly. But this guy is MMA. He's not a.
That's one of them I
But
can't do. Because
now the excuse is that he's been under a lot of stress since his mom passed, so that's why he almost killed somebody.
That all started because Raja with a prop.
He hit him with a can. I think. Yeah.
He was just like, oh,
Yeah. Mess. Terrible.
Crazy.
You have a rundown of what's happening this weekend, right?
So we started today is what? Yesterday was the Hella Black Trivia for the HBCU. This is all that's going on for the HBCU Classic, New England New Edition Week. All
Culture
of the things,
week,
everything that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Tonight also was the Boston Raiders alumni host committee reception, and then there was the after par classic cocktail party.
Last night.
Yeah, and then Friday. Okay, so Friday we at the Wealth Con.
Yep.
This is a free event from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So if you guys are still interested, you could get down there.
Where is it?
It is it don't say.
Okay.
City Hall Pep Rally starts at 4:00 tonight. It's from 4 to 5 p.m. There will be a stroll and all kinds of stuff going down. The Harvard Black Graduate Alliance and the HBCU Classical Social. That's from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. tonight. And then
at the mix.
At the
mix.
Oh, at the mix. We got the Welcome to the Yard, the JCSU versus the Morehouse, a night where the Yard comes alive with soul-stirring performances and unforgettable DJ set. That's tonight from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Where?
Everything is tonight.
Everything is every night.
There's an HBCU night at Hugh Back Bay from 9 p.m. Old school meets new school at 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. And then there's Southern Comfort Lightworks events with the Greater Boston Morehouse College alumni. That is from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So tonight there are tons of things to do.
And the sneaker ball that Michael Bivens just told.
And the sneaker ball.
Yeah.
Then we have New Edition street naming at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Then we have the block party at 11. The mix has the HBCU Classic watch party from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Oh, that's a nice alternative.
Fan Fest and D9 Stroll Off from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. I'm not sure where that's going to be.
That's in the Yard. That's the tailgating and all that they were telling us about yesterday.
Okay. The Black Outside Block Party, that's over there by Macy's. And that's tomorrow from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's usually a really great event. It might be sold out by now. And then you have the HBCU Classic at 4 p.m. to 6:30 tomorrow. And then School Days House Party Edition. Then you have the Yard at Savor. Then you have Toasted Life HBCU Weekend After Party. Not sure. Oh, that is going to be at La Fabrica. I just saw a thing at that. After the game, then you go to La Fabrica for the after party. On Sunday, Boston Raiders 50th. I think. Oh, there's an MLK, the Milk and Honey all white classic brunch affair at Grace by Nia. I'm gonna just post the link in here, and then
and then Gospel Fest is on Sunday too.
Gospel Fest on Sunday
at the what's that pavilion?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
And Tristan, I'm gonna put this in your Facebook so you can put it in the comment section.
Yeah.
And that's it, people. If you guys want to find out what to do, there's absolutely no reason for anybody to say there's nothing to do this weekend.
All of the things.
Whether you want to do cultural things and go down to Sorrel and Lime where they're having an event every damn day.
Every day and every night.
You want to go down to the HBCU Classic. You want to go to Harvard. You want to go to Savor, Hugh, Mix. Wherever you want to go, just go. There's something there.
Just go to it.
Go to it. Head out and go. Where you going today? I don't know. I'm going.
All the things. Like Sauce does all the things. Go to all the things.
All the things.
Seth, thank you so much for allowing us to kidnap you for the whole entire show. Anything you need from here, let us know. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next month for our local wrap-up, monthly wrap-up. We're going to find a good name for that.
Yes, we will.
Yes. With that said, people, thank you guys for joining us. We out of here.
Yeah.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. You're listening to Spark FM online.
What is this, Doctor? This is
Well, Spark of New England, Spark FM.
bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on